when you first apply for a job or you get job notifications, it's coming from right here. That's where it's coming from with us right now. So I can't thank you guys enough.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ditto. What's one metric that we should all be tracking right now, but we don't? I think you said it earlier.
That was one of the metrics. I have another thought.
Oh boy.
The time to meaningful conversation obviously is a really important one.
Yep.
I think that shows you your conversion, how likely you are to get that person placed, to be honest, and then you can coach around that. But I'm going to take a marketing lens here because I feel like the way our industry tracks source of lead is incorrect. You know, and it's not necessarily the firm's fault. It's not necessarily the ATS's fault, but usually it's just they came from LinkedIn, or they came from, X job board, or they came from my website. That's what you look at that lead. And they're ignoring the whole entire funnel. Like, what is the actual channel? Was it an email? Was it a job board? Was it Google? Was it a paid ad? And then moving a step down. All right, what was the job board? Was it LinkedIn? Was it Indeed? Was it my website? So I think the way that we track channel to source to device, even all the way to the placement, is also really important as well. Mm-hmm. And I think that we're close, but people don't ever look at the channel. And the channel allows you to dictate where you're going to meet that lead, or how you're going to effectively go to market with that lead. So I'd like to see us start tracking the channel at a meaningful level. There's nowhere to put it in ATS today, but there's definitely services out there that help you report on it.
Yeah, and that's all information we track. I mean, I've been in marketing for like 18 years, 19 years, and those are like what I live on. It's like, okay, where did it come from? What did it equal? Like, what's my channel conversion? What's my source conversion? All the way down to like medium and campaigns. We're not there yet. And again, part of like building Boostie isn't to make staffing agencies who don't necessarily speak a marketing language.
Yep.
Like, here, now you have all this stuff you have to go figure out and do. Like, no, let's like make it easy for you to consume and get your hands around. But if you wanted to dig into this, you can go dig into those words, those metrics. And I think that's really where we're going with, like, yeah, we've seen it's like really dirty sources. Like, you look at the ATS, sometimes they don't, it's just like their stock list is website. Well, that's cool. It came from the website. Awesome. But where did it come from before it got to the website? Was it an email, to your point, and everything else? And there's in number of channels out there. So why not be able to have a good line of sight into what is actually leading to placements and conversion where we typically haven't? I think there's been again, going back to, job boards being operational expenses, like, there's just kind of, let's throw $500,000 at it every year. We've done that for the past 20 years. We don't even like look at it.
It feels very analog.
It's very analog. Yeah.
And where it could be very, very robust, very, very digital, very robust. Mm-hmm. And we just don't, we don't have that yet, though. Yep. Like, you're right. The ATS doesn't have a way to track that just yet. Mm-mm. It feels like the life cycle should mean so much more, or the beginning of the life cycle should be so much more important. And it just isn't there yet.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of like attribution models out there you could kind of like bend your head around all the time. It's like, how did they get here originally? What's the last thing they did before they converted? Like, let's look at that. We can look, and we can kind of get a backstory of all that. We can see how their experience with our brand kind of evolved and how it started. But ultimately, we want to know what led to the thing that put them to the job that we got a fee off of, and all that good stuff. And
then repeat that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like, how do we, okay, cool, we're getting great leads from here, and this is what we did, and let's keep doing that. And let's keep testing and iterating and moving forward with it. It's just difficult to do.
To the point where a brand new candidate that comes into your system doesn't even know that, right? Yeah. They don't even realize that there's so much work that happened behind the scenes for so many candidates before them.
Oh, for sure.
To make that process for them easier.
Yeah. It never ends. It's like my favorite. I've built a bunch of websites over the years, and it's like people are like, "Oh, your website's done." I was like, "No, it's not done at all. Like it's never going to be done. Like, oh, this sucks. This page doesn't convert. This page sucks." And like you gotta like always be iterating. So we have this like very iterative mindset at Boostie when we're building stuff. It's like that sucked. That didn't work. People don't like. They're not interacting with it. Like, let's just keep building and building and building. So you guys have been the end users of that. You've seen some of that activity. So
well, that's what I was going to say, is even better than an agency thinking about this.
Yeah,
let's hire you guys to think about it for us.
Sure. We're here.
There's things that you guys are doing that we don't even know, which is amazing. And we, sat down today and looked through some of the stats on that, and I was like, didn't even know you were doing that. That's awesome.
I love to hear that from you, because I think one thing I'll say, this is a different question. I think this industry has a tough time adopting technology in a meaningful way. I don't think it's just I think staffing in general has a tough time adopting technology. And when we set out with Boostie, we learned our lesson as people have delivered technology for many years.
Sure.
How can we build it in a way that normalizes this so Joel doesn't have to think about it, and it just shows up on his front door with all this information with the package and giving him visibility. Yeah. So it's automation you don't have to adopt at the end of the day. And it's based off of triggers and how the candidate wants to interact and the preferences they've given us. And then you effectively get to see where your dollars are spent. So I love the fact that you saw things that you didn't even know that we were doing. It was obviously still in the framework of what we were doing, but I think that's my favorite thing I've heard today, and I appreciate you for that.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, fellas.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for coming out and seeing us.
Holiday cheers.